Good morning everyone. Today in this session we are going to discuss regarding the nucleic acids. Every generation resembles its ancestors in many ways. They are having the transmission of the hereditary characters. The nucleus of the cell is responsible for the transmission of the hereditary characters. The nucleus of the cell consists of chromosomes which are responsible for the transmission of the hereditary characters from one generation to the another generation. These chromosomes consists of protein part as well as it consists of nucleic acids. These nucleic acids is also known as polynucleotides. Nucleic acids are of two types. One is DNA and another is known as the RNA. The sugar present in RNA is beta D ribose and the sugar present in DNA is beta D2 deoxyribose. Let us see the nucleic acids. These nucleic acids on hydrolysis produces three components. One is the nitrogenous bases. Second one is pentose sugar. Third is the phosphate group. What are nitrogenous bases? These are the heterocyclic organic compounds containing two or more nitrogen atoms in its ring is known as nitrogenous bases. In nitrogenous bases there are two types are there. One is the purine and another is the pyrimidine. Here the purines and pyrimidines they are classified based upon the structure. Two types of purines are there. One is adenine and another is the guanine. Pyrimidine bases are three types: uracil, cytosine and thymine. Adenine, guanine, you can see here the structure of adenine and guanine. It is a 6-membered ring fused with 5-membered ring containing heteroatom is the nitrogen. So, here adenine is the 6-membered ring, it is fused with a 5-membered ring. If 6-membered ring fused with 5-membered ring with nitrogen as an heteroatom, it comes under the purine basis. The NH2 is present in the adenine. If you see in case of guanine, it contains NH2 as well as the double bond oxygen. These are the adenine and guanine comes under the purines which are having 6-membered ring, heterocyclic ring fused with 5-membered ring. Pyrimidine bases are three types: uracil, cytosine and thymine. It is having a pyrimidine moiety. Pyrimidine moiety means 6-membered heterocyclic ring containing nitrogen at alternate position, that is at 1,3 position. Since these are having the pyrimidine as a moiety, we call these bases as a pyrimidine bases. Uracil, cytosine and thymine are the pyrimidine bases. After this nitrogenous bases, next comes here the pentose sugar. RNA is having the sugar present in RNA is beta D ribose. Beta D ribose is the sugar present in RNA. For 1 mark question, they ask you what is the sugar, pentose sugar present in RNA or DNA. Beta D ribose is the pentose sugar present in RNA. The word itself indicates pentose. It is a 5-membered ring. 5-membered ring containing oxygen as a heteroatom. First carbon, second carbon, third, fourth, and here it will be the 5th carbon. OH, H, first carbon, second carbon, H, OH, third will be H, OH, fourth will be H, and fifth will be CH2OH. This is beta D ribose, structure of beta D ribose. You can see that hydroxyl group is present at 5th carbon atom, CH2OH. Then the sugar present in DNA. Sugar present in DNA is beta D 2-deoxyribose is the sugar present in DNA. It is pentose sugar containing made up of it is a 5-membered ring with oxygen as heteroatom, first carbon, second, third, fourth, and this is the 5th. If you compare this here, first will be similar to that of ribose, OH, H. Third will be H, OH. Fourth will be H, and fifth will be CH2OH. Where it differs here means it differs in the second position. In ribose, HOH is present at second carbon. In deoxyribose, the word indicates D. D means removal of oxygen. Oxy means oxygen. Where at second carbon atom. At second carbon atom of removing oxygen, it becomes only H. Oxygen is removed at second carbon atom. Both are having same, just see that the oxygen is removed at the second carbon atom. It becomes 2 means second position. D means removal. Oxy means oxygen. Beta D 2-deoxyribose is the pentose sugar present in DNA. Ribose and deoxyribose, where it differs? Only at the second carbon. If we remove oxygen, it becomes 2-deoxyribose. If it retains oxygen, it becomes a ribose. Beta D ribose is a sugar of RNA, and beta D 2-deoxyribose is the pentose sugar of DNA. After this pentose sugar, next comes here the phosphate group. Phosphate group H3PO4. Phosphoric acid, it reacts with the reacts with the hydroxyl groups present on the pentose sugar to form a phosphoester linkages. I will discuss in the next one, that is in nucleoside. You can see where the phosphoester group is formed here. Next comes here the nucleoside. You have to remember the spelling nucleoside, S-I-D-E. What are these nucleoside? Nucleoside are the condensation product obtained by base and the pentose sugar. Just now I have gave you the base present in RNA is beta D ribose. Let us write the structure here. OH, H, first carbon, second, third, this is the fourth, and this is fifth. Second will be for this beta D ribose sugar. Second is HOH, third carbon will be also H, OH, fourth will be H and fifth will be CH2OH. This is a pentose sugar. Nucleosides are the condensation product of a base and a pentose sugar. The base like adenine, guanine, uracil, cytosine, or it may be thymine. These bases, when it reacts with the pentose sugar, it will form a nucleoside. These bases reacts with the hydroxyl group of the pentose sugar. C1 carbon atom, the hydroxyl group present at first carbon atom of the sugar, it reacts with that of the bases and it will form a nucleoside. Hydroxyl group of the pentose sugar, hydroxyl group of first carbon present at pentose sugar react with the bases. The base means here it may be adenine, guanine, uracil, cytosine or thymine to form a nucleoside. Nucleoside is the condensation product of a base and a sugar. Here the sugar present is a ribose. It may be ribose, beta D ribose, or it may be beta D2 deoxyribose. If it is RNA ribose sugar, it will form a nucleoside as a containing a ribose as a sugar, pentose sugar. If it is a DNA, then it will be, the sugar will be beta D2 deoxyribose. Where the base present? Base is present at the C1 carbon atom of a pentose sugar. You can see that there is a carbon atom, it is present in the bases also, as well as the carbon atoms are present on the pentose sugar. To differentiate these carbon atoms, here the carbon atoms numbered for the bases as 1, 2, 3 and the carbon atom present on this sugar is given as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash and 5 dash. The base, the condensation product of a base and a sugar is known as a nucleoside. If the sugar present in the nucleoside is ribose, then the nucleoside is known as ribonucleoside. If the sugar present in nucleoside is a deoxyribo, if it is a beta 2 deoxyribo, it is known as deoxyribonucleoside. In general, ribonucleoside or it may be deoxyribonucleoside. If sugar is beta D ribose, it is a ribonucleoside. If sugar is beta D2 deoxyribose, then it is known as the deoxyribonucleoside. For example, if I take the base, if the base present is adenine, it is known as adenosine. It is known as adenosine. The nucleoside is known as adenosine. If the base present is uracil, uracil it comes under pyrimidine basis. Adenine comes under purine basis. If adenine or guanine is present in place of base, it is known as adenosine or it is known as guanosine. When we call adenosine or guanosine here, when a purine bases are present. Instead of purine bases, if the pyrimidines are there, if it is uracil or cytosine or thymine is present as a base. If uracil is present, it is known as uridine. If cytosine is present as a base, it is known as cytidine. If thymine is present as a base, it is known as thymidine. These are the examples for a nucleosides. After nucleoside, Next comes here the nucleotide. Nucleotide, just one letter changes. Instead of S it is T. Nucleotide. What is this nucleotide? Nucleotides are nothing but the phosphoester group which is present in the nucleosides. Phosphoester acid, when it reacts with the of the nucleosides, it will form a nucleotide. The position of this phosphoester group, it may be at 5th position or it may be at 3rd position. The hydroxyl group present at 3rd position or 5th position, it will form a phosphoester linkages. Here in nucleotides, the hydroxyl group present at 5th position, that is at the 5' carbon atom, is involved in the phosphoester linkages. The hydroxyl group present at 5' position is involved in the phosphoester linkages. This is known as a nucleotide. What are nucleotides? The phosphoester and the nucleoside combines together to form a nucleotide. The phosphoester linkages, when it is formed with that of the 5' position of the nucleoside, it will form a nucleotides. Nucleotides, if the nucleotide, example for nucleotide, if it is contains only one phosphoester linkage, then it is known as monophosphate. The base present is adenine. If base is adenine and having only one phosphoester linkage, then the nucleotide is known as adenosine monophosphate. Adenosine monophosphate. The base is adenine with only one phosphoester linkage, then the nucleotide is known as adenosine monophosphate. If hydroxyl group of nucleoside is replaced by phosphoester linkage, it will form a nucleotides. Then what are nucleic acids? Nucleic acids are nothing but the condensation polymers of a nucleotides. These nucleotides, they combine together to form a nucleic acids. Each nucleic acid is having n number of nucleotides. If two nucleotides combine together, it will form a dinucleotide. In dinucleotide, there are two phosphoester linkages at 5' carbon atom, as well as it will form a linkage at 3'. The hydroxyl group present at 3' position, it will form a phosphoester linkage. It will form a phosphoester linkage. And here another sugar will be there. This will be the same pentose sugar. It will form a phosphoester linkage with another pentose sugar. In dinucleotide, there are two phosphoester linkages. Two phosphoester linkages are present in dinucleotide. In the same way, the n number of nucleotides, they combine together to form a nucleic acids. What are nucleic acids here? What is the structure of nucleic acid? N number of nucleotides combine together to form a nucleic acids. In nucleic acid, base is present. Base is attached to sugar. Just now you saw that base is attached to sugar, sugar is attached to the phosphate group. This phosphate is attached to another sugar. This sugar is attached to base and the phosphate group. In this way, n number of these nucleotides combine together to form a nucleic acid. Base, sugar, phosphate group. This is the structure of nucleic acids. N number of these nucleotides combine together to form a single nucleic acids. In nucleic acid, we have studied there are two types. What are the two types of nucleic acid? One is the DNA and another is the RNA. Here this DNA, the structure of DNA, here it was proposed by the scientist name known as the Watson and J.D. Watson and F.H.C. Crick. These two scientists first proposed the structure of DNA. It was a double helical structure of DNA. It used to resemble with that of the twisted ladder. The double helical structure was proposed by the scientist name known as J.D. Watson and F.H.C. Crick in the year 1853. They proposed the double helical structure for the DNA. They gave the DNA, it is having the double helical structure with coiled together, having a basis as the nitrogenous basis present in DNA is guanine, cytosine, adenine and thymine. They gave that there are four bases are present: adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine are the nitrogenous bases present in the DNA. The pentose sugar which is present in DNA is beta D2 deoxyribose is the pentose sugar present in DNA. The double helical structure, the two helical structure, they are coiled together and they are in the form of a twisted ladder. The backbone of this polynucleotide chain, it consists of, the backbone consists of a sugar, pentose sugar, beta D2 deoxyribose and consists of a phosphate group which are held together by a nitrogenous basis, adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. These nitrogenous bases, they are held with the sugar and phosphate group. The sugar and phosphate group, it will form a backbone of the polynucleotide strand. It represents like a twisted ladder. If we twist the ladder, it will be similar to that of twisted ladder is the double helical structure of the DNA. 5' 3', what it represents? It represents the position of the phosphoester linkage with that of the sugar. If the phosphoester linkage is at the third position of the sugar, it represents 3'. Phosphoester linkage, it is present at the fifth position of the pentose sugar, it represents 5'. The nitrogenous bases, they are placed with complementary to each other. The one strand polynucleotide strand is complementary with the another polynucleotide strand. These two twisted polynucleotide strands, they are balanced by the nitrogenous bases. They are held together by nitrogenous bases. If you see the nitrogenous bases guanine, it will form a 3 bonds, hydrogen bonds with that of the cytosine. Always the guanine forms say 3 hydrogen bonds with that of the cytosine, and adenine forms say 2 hydrogen bonds with that of the thymine. The complementary bases are, if thymine is present on one strand, its complementary base is adenine. They both form a 2 hydrogen bonds. If guanine is present on one side, on the another strand polynucleotide chain is the cytosine. Guanine and cytosine, they are held together by 3 hydrogen bonds. These guanine complementary base is cytosine, cytosine complementary base is guanine. If adenine is present on one strand, its complementary base is thymine. Here if you see, there is a sequence of these nitrogen bases. Each DNA is having a definite sequence of its nitrogen bases. The sequence of these nitrogen bases, it differs from one person to the another person. Based upon this sequence of nitrogenous bases, we can say that the DNA, using the DNA, we can say that the person is the nature of that person, we can say whether it is your father, mother, we can explain the based upon the sequence of these nitrogen bases. There will be similar nitrogen bases, your ancestors and yours. Only there is a difference in that the last 1 or 2 nitrogenous bases sequence will be differ. Remaining all the nitrogen bases will be same. The thymine is present on one nucleotide strand, its complementary bases will be adenine on the another side. Guanine is present on one side, means another side will be cytosine. The 2 nucleotides, they are held together by the nitrogen bases adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine, with the 2 bonds between the adenine and thymine and 3 bonds with the guanine and the cytosine. This double helical structure was proposed by the scientists J.D. Watson and F.H.C. Crick. So, here after this double helical structure of DNA, let us know what is RNA. RNA consists of only one single polynucleotide strand. RNA is made up of a single polynucleotide strand. It is in the form of a helical structure. This RNA, it consists of bases is adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. Uracil is present in RNA, whereas uracil is absent in DNA. Thymine is present in DNA, whereas thymine is absent in RNA. You should remember this basis. For 1 mark question they ask which is the base present in RNA but not in DNA. Uracil is present in RNA, it is not present in DNA. The bases, nitrogenous bases present in RNA is adenine, guanine, cytosine as well as uracil. RNA is a single stranded polynucleotide chain. It is called helical structures and having the 4 bases adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil. The sugar which is present in RNA is sugar is beta D ribose. Beta D ribose is a sugar present in RNA. In RNA there are three types are there. First one is mRNA. M represent here messenger RNA. Second one is tRNA. T represents transfer RNA. And the third one is rRNA. R represent here ribosomal RNA. There are three types of RNA, mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. They are classified based upon their functions. Let us see the functions of these DNA as well as the functions of a RNA. Functions of DNA. DNA, by seeing the DNA we can say that whether they are belonging to your ancestors or not. The DNA is a reserve genetic material. DNA represents the reserve genetic material. It is transmitted from one generation to the another generation. It is transmitted, this genetic code is transmitted to their offsprings. The DNA, it undergoes the true copies by itself. The DNA produces the copies of itself. It is known as replication. DNA produces the copy of itself is known as replication. DNA produces the copies of itself is known as replication. DNA, it is containing the code. The DNA transmits the code through RNA for the protein synthesis. In this way, the DNA is responsible for the protein synthesis to take place. After this DNA functions, let us know the functions of RNA. In RNA, just now I told there are three types. One is mRNA. Second one is tRNA. Third is the rRNA. M means here messenger RNA. The messenger RNA, it receives the specific code from the DNA. From the DNA, it receives the specific code. In this way, it is involved in the protein synthesis. The mRNA receives the specific code from the DNA and by transcription. And what is the role of this tRNA? The code which is received from the mRNA, the amino acids which are required for the protein synthesis, the code is provided from the DNA by the mRNA, and the tRNA, it transfers the amino acids for the protein synthesis. tRNA transfers the amino acids for protein synthesis. And what is this RNA it will do? RNA, it provides the site for protein synthesis. Where the protein synthesis takes place, it provides the site for protein synthesis. R represents ribosomal. mRNA receives the code, that is the required amino acid code from the DNA by transcription. After receiving the code from the DNA, the tRNA transfers the amino acids where the protein synthesis takes place. It provides the amino acids to the site of the protein synthesis. rRNA, it will give the site for the protein synthesis, where the protein synthesis should take place. It provides the site. In this way, mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, it is involved in the protein synthesis. It is first guided by the DNA. Thank you.